Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. We're in Georgia. The Hawks are playing before their hometown crowd here in Atlanta. Shot clock at 5. And good that time. Well, both these teams, of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
The offensive rebound. It's Okongwu, high post. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And that one's good. Daniels.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Thomas surveying the D. He takes it in. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
Pass to Daniels. And a miss there on the triple. It's Thomas outside. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Here's Young. After D'Angelo Russell's bucket, here's Risacher. It's Young on the wing, and D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Tries a three off the inbound. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Pass to Claxton. Back to Johnson. Johnson outside. Five to shoot. Back to Johnson. From the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
To the paint. Hot loose. Johnson.
Well, he can play the four because he gets off the ground so well.
It's Thomas on the wing. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster. I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Down low, out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And so it's Atlanta with it. And Young, here we go. Kicks it out to Johnson. Drills it from outside. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
And hard to miss the wide open man that time. Kudos to Young for finding it.
.106 left here in the opening quarter. Inside. Pass to Sharp. Brooklyn needs to get off the shot here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
substitution. Number 8, Zaire Williams.
The Hawks leading by 3. Things really clicking for them at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
And that one's good. Reza Shea.
Got to get out on that if you're the defense. This rookie Reza Shea can really do damage from the perimeter.
Johnson surveying the floor. Back to Johnson. And that time, also a missed shot. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
The Nets making a switch here. Pass to Reza Shea. Here's Okongwu. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Okongwu's now got his second bucket of the game to go. And here's Sharp. Over Okongwu. And again, it's the Nets missing. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because
The Nets, 9.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Hawks.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Johnson inside. He has yet to score. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Pass to Sharp. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Atlanta leading by 10. Okongwu with it. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. And that's now 7 points for Onyeka Okongwu. Here's Johnson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college, he's been overseas. As a head coach, he's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did. Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
You know, DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break. And I'm very happy, I know we all are, for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Here's Johnson. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Three-pointer, Daniels. The basket good, off the assist from Young. Daniels has got 11 points.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
And here's Atlanta. They're on a 13-3 run. The Hawks working the ball around. Johnson moves back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. Johnson's got 6 here in this quarter.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
Outside Williams. Lock at 6. They set the pick. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. 1:12 left here in the second.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Team first.
On the free throw, no good. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Pass to Johnson from the corner. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Here's Riza. Off target from outside. Nets trail by 17. Here's Johnson. Outside Russell. Fires the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Russell's got 5 points so far.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
Back to Young. The Hawks have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And so Young nails them both.
And Young, a fiery competitor, someone who enjoys getting under the skin of opposing players.
Outside Russell. Thomas outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Atlanta with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Williams. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Williams has got the first bucket of the third here for the Nets. The Hawks leading by 14. To the wing on the left. Riza wide open. Atlanta gets it back. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Substitution on the court.
And here are the Nets. Pass to Thomas. Now, here's Johnson. Johnson the screen. Tries it from 19. Rebound, Atlanta. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. LeVert inside the line. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
To the middle. And with the rebound. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. To the wing right side. 5 on the clock. Here's Bufkin. Here's Capella. And the shot goes down. And the Hawks lead by 16.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Oh, and the jam by Thomas.
Yeah, what a finish. He used his bounce to throw it down over the taller defender.
Nets trailed by 14. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. To the inside. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
The Hawks shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity, but Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. Guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you. Aston Niang fires the 3. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets. Trailing by 17. Here's Claxton. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Clint Capella.
Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
At the line for 1.
And that one misses. The Hawks leading by 15. Pass to Capella. Now Niang. And Keon Johnson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
15 seconds.
Here's Puffkin. No good on the quick 3. Nets trailed by 15. Back to Johnson. Johnson outside. And the Nets miss again. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
From outside the arc, hands it from downtown. Johnson's got 10 points in the game.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Pass to man. In the corner, it's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
Johnson outside. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. It's LeVert on the wing. And stolen by Thomas. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Wilson left side. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. What a night they've had.
The Nets, 36.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The Hawks leading by 12. Pass to Capella. It's deflected. Here's Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Now LeVert over Johnson. And it's LeVert missing. Johnson outside. Here's Watford. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And here's Atlanta. Here's Mann. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And the Hawks lead by 12. Pass to Johnson. Back to Watford. And he banks in the layup. Watford's got his first basket.
Great use of the bounce pass there. You gotta love that.
Three-pointer, LeVert. The rebound by the Nets.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Here's Lewis. Pass to Watford. Back to Lewis. Watford inside. And slam dunk by Watford.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. LeVert with it. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Buffkin. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Nets trailed by 6. Out to the right wing. Here's Watford. Good on the bucket.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing. And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Pass to Watford. Snatched away. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. And it's an 8-point Atlanta lead.
You know, you can't afford to let Young slip by you, especially in these open floor situations. That is inviting trouble.
Back to Watford. Down low. Lays it up off the glass. Watford's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
To the middle. Pass to Rizachet. Buries the long-range jumper. And it's 6 points for Rizachet.
A catch-and-shoot specialist. Rizachet thrives in that role.
Here's Clowney. Covered by Johnson. Back to Watford. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And then Johnson with the jam.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Here's Watford. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Rizachet.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He's perfect from the line this time. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Daniels from outside. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Hawks.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Back to Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. High post Johnson. Can't cash in from the high post. It's the Nets now. 7-point differential. The kick out to Williams. Three-pointer. It counts. And now they trail by just 4. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Brooklyn foul. D'Angelo Russell.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Timeout called the Nets. They're behind by 6. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They need a quick basket here.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. And they go to the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. And he is unable to get the second one.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.